Not clear what he said.
No one heard.
Took too long for that.
Sounded derogatory. Alright, let's try that again.
I think the yellow
Well,
one
you mean
is
somebody
red.
opposed Black Lives Matter?
Right? Like it never happened. So.
No justice! No peace! I want to thank everybody for coming out today. Can we say his name? Can we say his name? Can we say his name? Can we say her name? Can we say her name? Can we say her name? Can we say his name? Can we say his name? Can we say his name? Can we say her name? Can we say her name? Can we say her name? Black lives, they matter here. 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 No justice. No justice. No justice. No justice. Black lives, they matter here. 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 Say his name! his name?
George Floyd.
Can we say his name?
George Floyd.
Can we say his name?
George Floyd.
Can we say her name?
Breonna Taylor.
Can we say her name?
Breonna Taylor.
Can we say his name?
George Floyd.
Can we say his name?
George Floyd.
Can we say her name?
Breonna Taylor.
Can we say her name?
Breonna Taylor.
Can we say her name?
Breonna Taylor.
Can we say his name?
George Floyd.
Can we say his name?
George Floyd.
Can we say his name?
George Floyd.
No justice.
No peace. No peace.
No justice.
No peace.
No justice.
No peace.
No justice.
No peace. No peace. No peace. No peace.
Black lives, they matter here.
Black lives, they matter here.
Black lives, they matter here. Black lives, they matter here.
Black lives, they matter here.
Black lives, they matter here. Black lives, they matter here.
Black lives, they matter here.
Black lives, they matter here.
Black lives, they matter here.
Black lives, they matter here.
Stop.
Black lives,
Black lives matter.
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 No justice.
No
No
peace.
justice.
No peace.
No justice.
No peace.
No justice. No justice.
No peace.
No justice.
No peace.
No justice.
No peace.
Can we say his name?
George Floyd.
Can we say his name?
George
Can
Floyd.
we say his name?
George Floyd.
Can we say her name?
Breonna Taylor.
Can we say her name?
Breonna Taylor.
Can we say her name?
Breonna Taylor.
Can we say his name?
George Floyd.
Can we say his name?
George Floyd.
Can we say his name?
George Floyd.
Can we say her name? Can we say her name?
Breonna Taylor.
Can we say her name?
Breonna Taylor.
Black lives matter.
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 Black lives matter. Black lives matter.
Black lives matter.
No justice.
No peace.
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 Black lives, they matter here.
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 Black lives, they
What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? Black lives. 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 Black lives, they matter here.
Black lives, they matter here.
Black lives, they matter here. democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
Tell me what democracy looks like. Tell me what democracy looks like. Tell me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
Tell me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
Tell me what democracy looks like. Black lives matter. Black lives matter.
Black lives matter.
Black lives matter.
Black lives matter.
Black lives matter.
Black lives matter.
No justice. No justice. No justice.
No peace.
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 Black lives matter.
Defund the police.
No justice, no peace. Defund the police. No justice, no peace. Defund the police. No justice, no peace. Defund the police. No justice, no peace. Defund the police. No justice, no peace. Defund the police. No justice, no peace. Defund the police. No justice, no peace. Defund the police. No justice, no peace. Defund the police. No justice, no peace. Defund the police. No justice, no peace. Defund the police. No justice, no peace. Defund the police. No justice, no peace. Defund the police. Black lives matter. Black lives matter.
Black lives matter.
Black lives matter.
Black lives matter.
Black lives matter.
Black lives matter.
Black lives matter.
Black lives matter.
Black lives matter.
Black lives matter.
So listen up. Side. Black lives they matter here. Black lives they matter here. Black lives they matter here. Black lives they matter here.
Black lives they matter.
Black lives they matter here.
Black lives they matter.
Black lives they matter here.
So listen, we have people in Seaside showing up on the Zoom and see the problem in Seaside. And I've been so I'm a native of Seaside, and I'm here to tell you there is a problem that's being covered under the rug and hid, and it's in Seaside. And we want to expose it. Defund the police does not mean abolish the police. You know, that's not what I want to say. But it does not mean abolish the police. We're not saying that. We're saying you put so much money in the police department here at Seaside that we need you to reallocate those funds to programs, to housing, to school programs, to help our children. You know, I graduated Seaside High not being able to read and write. But it didn't stop there. I had some children doing the same. But it didn't stop there. I'm fighting for my grandchildren today, and they're still in the school system. So it's not stopping, and we need them to reallocate those funds into school programs. We need them to reallocate those funds into social programs in our community. So that those social programs, maybe it's this one right here. Those social programs that they put the funds in will help stop some of the stuff that they try to criminalize in poor people.
Yes.
What they do is criminalize poor people.
Yes.
And we're tired of saying, get off our back, get off our neck. We're tired of saying enough is enough. We're sick and tired of being sick and tired. and enough people to show up, and I need you guys to keep showing up. Keep showing up. They think this thing is over. It is not over. We are building an army of people that will stand up for justice in Monterey County. And we need you to keep showing up. We need you to be there when we show up in the courtrooms. We need you to be there when we show up in the city council meetings. We need you to be there when we show up at the board of supervisor meetings. We need you to be there. We were in the process of creating new new laws and new ordinance so we can present to the city council for City of Seaside for Pause the Cause to help people understand that we can defund the police if we pause the cause and don't use the cops as our personal bodyguard. Because some of us don't have the privilege, like us black folks, the cops don't show up for my personal bodyguard. The cops don't do nothing to help my family and us black people that are poor in this community. I'm gonna just be honest with you. They're lying when they tell you that we don't have a problem here. What they've done is they've silenced our community far too long. Far too long. So we don't need to use the police for our security. Hire security for your place. Everybody don't have the privilege to use the police for security. We don't need to use the police to harass our black neighbors or our neighbors we don't like that seems to be an outsider. We don't need to use the police for that. The underdog always get pushed under. I showed up to a meeting up here at Victory Temple Church over a year ago. The cops put it on. They want to talk to the community, y'all. Let me tell you what community they're always talking to. They're always talking to the upper, so to speak, black people in our community and the white folks that can care less about the poor folks. They never get the poor folks that they're harming to their meetings. We need to understand that. When they come back and say, oh, well, the community wants this or the community, no, they're lying because they're not talking to the real community.
All right?
It's time that we move in our community, get these people out here and have them talk to the real community. Because the real community will let you know the majority of the people in Seaside aren't the wealthy ones. It's never the majority that's the wealthy ones. Or the ones that everybody look up to. We want the people that they harm the most to be heard. Right now I speak for them, and I will continue to speak for them until we draw them out to speak for themselves because they're scared, many of them. They're scared to come out because they're scared of retaliation. Many of them have told me. I have one young man today, if he shows up and he gets on this mic, we are going to have to get behind him because he was the one that's been telling me for several years, what if I do it? What if I go to the board of supervisors? What if I go to the city hall? All the cops going to do is retaliate. And we never had anybody to help these young people. So I need you to keep showing up. I need you to help. I need you to be available. I need you to talk to your parents. I need you to talk to your brothers. I need you to talk to your sisters. I need you to talk to your family members because I need you to keep coming out. And I need us to show up with these young people that are being harmed and damaged in the city of Seaside while our own preachers cover it up. While our own leaders cover it up. While the folks that say they care cover it up. And they cover it up in the name of what? It's not love because you're going to do something about it. I mean, this is my ministry. Don't get me wrong. I'm from the church. But my eyes are wide open. And I can see. And I don't benefit out of covering something up. When I raised 9 children in this community, and I have 16 grandchildren, and I know what they do. When Officer Borges sprayed mace in my son's eye, up there on Mendocino where we lived for 40-something years, and called for somebody else when he was somebody else, and then that same day, that same officer that was there, my daughter's back, pregnant, hollering, you got the wrong person, that's not him. The guy they were looking for, same name as my son, was on the other block. They didn't care. They threw her up against the wall and she miscarried her baby right here in Seaside, California. She miscarried her baby because she was hollering, you got the wrong person. In her own front yard, they didn't want her hollering, you got the wrong person.
Defund the police!
Defund the police! We need that action. They got us covered up. They got the poor people in our community. They got us smothered. They got us suppressed. Nobody wants to speak out because nothing gets done because the older people. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. the older people want to come on down on us and say, oh, this ain't happening, oh, this isn't, and be shamed or black their own self. They internalize shameness of their own colors, hate for their own colors and themselves. It's time to stop. We have a couple of people that I want to say something, and I want to make sure that we're understood that black people in Seaside have a problem. Just because we got some stuff done a couple of years ago and we haven't had no police kill us, the police is still shooting, and one police, he's no longer on the force, but we still got to have that case reopened. He shot and killed a Latinx up in Seaside while the man was holding his baby. Another police officer shot, that was in 2018, that same police officer shot and another he killed that one in 2018, but he had already shot another young man who got out his car and ran. So he shot him while he was running away and destroyed that man's life. That man was never any more good because that police officer was trigger happy. It's just soon or later that they're going to shoot another black person. The bottom line is, just because the cops ain't shooting us, they're destroying our lives.
All right?
They're messing us up. They're pulling us over for petty stuff. When you all know that the law changed in 2018 and there's now a profiling law, y'all look that law up because we need to put it in our stuff. But there's a profiling law, and that law happened January the 1st, 2018. If you're black or you're Latino and you get pulled over by the cops, you can let that cop know. He can't pull you over for a seatbelt, okay? And if they pull you over for a license or petty stuff like a light or something small, no traffic violation, you have a right to travel, y'all. You hear me? You have a right to travel on the roads in the United States. You have a right to travel. So if they pull you over for some petty little stuff, you can call racial profiling on them, and you can most likely get that ticket thrown out if you have the right person, right information, get that ticket thrown out. You have no business just getting pulled over for some tiny stuff in the city of Seaside since the profiling law has came out. Now, since that law came out, I got pulled over. I was driving a new car. Well, you know, I'm poor. You hear me? I'm poor. So that new car was a used new car for me. I bought it off the used car lot. But it was a new car. Right here, I passed right here, and I guess the cop picked me up from there. I noticed the lights came on right here by this, right past this gas station. And I pulled over when I got up the street here. And they pulled me over because they said to me, I was being profiled, understand this please. Don't make excuses for the cops. They said to me, ma'am, we pulled you over. I pulled you over because you have dealer license plates on. Well, there is a new law now, but when he pulled me over, I didn't have dealer license plates on. Okay? So he said, I pulled you over because you have dealer license plates on your car, and I need to see your license and registration. I said, do you not? Let me show you the bill of sale. I just got the car. It's new. It's not. That's what they give you when you leave the lot until your license plates come. He had profiled me and was ready to do something. So he left my car. He left my car with my bill of sale and came back with a ticket. And he had asked me for my insurance. And I'm videoing him the whole time, telling him you're all wrong and everything. And letting them know, you know, this should not be happening. You're wasting my time. You know, a lot of other stuff I said about our new chief. He said the chief can't interfere with what I'm doing, what we do. So the chief of police in Seaside is black, but he's telling me he can't interfere with him racial profiling me. You know, there's nothing he can do. He can't interfere with his job. So these people are cocky with their racist attitudes. These cops in the city of Seaside. So he came back with a ticket. To make a long story short, gave me the ticket, and I said, wait a minute, I'm getting the insurance. And he said, oh, handle that in court. Now, if he did this to an old lady a year ago, what do you think he's doing to young people in this community? These people are lying. These preachers are probably telling them young people, okay, we'll go take it, and go pay the fine, but the ticket is in their name. We got to do something. We can't just sit back and let stuff happen to us. We got to make stuff happen in our community. We got to defund the police.
Defund the police!
Defund the police.
Defund the police!
It's so important to understand that the police are not working for the poor people. The police are not working for the black people, and neither are they working for the Latinos. We need to understand that the police are not our friend when they're supposed to be public service people. So we are going to have our own team of public service. We have our own public service team we started, and we're going to need support. We need people to join in that mean well for their community, and we need people to participate because we mean well for our community. Do you mean well for your community?
Yes!
And that's why we're here. We're peaceful. We're a non-violent political action team and group, and we got the Community 831. We want you to follow us on that. Also, we got the cops not cops. Community before cops here. We join in together working on that defunding the police. We're not trying to do it for no one person. We're doing it to benefit our community. So don't believe the hype. Don't believe the lie. There is a problem in Seaside. I've been here all my life. My children, most of them, been here all their life. I have a couple of them that moved away, just 2. But I want you to understand that there is a major problem in this city. We vote. We need people to get out to vote. We vote, and we're looking at making sure that we show up at different meetings and work in our local community. So the Pause the Cause is now looking at having a legislation where we could go. We're going to make sure that legislation gets in the state. And it gets right here in our city, our local city ordinance, so that we're not just presenting to them saying we want you all to follow this and an agreement, but we're going to make it where they will follow this law in our city. So we're going to need your help. We mean business, and we're not just showing up to marches. But what happens beyond the march? What happens beyond the march? Are you all ready for beyond the march? Yes. We can make a difference. We can make change happen, and we're already doing it. Folks are calling us from everywhere. They're concerned, but we're moving in peace. Remember that. If there's anything else jump off while we're around, we walk away, because we're moving in peace. We're not a part of any confusion. We're not a part of any kind of violence. We're not a part of that. But when people call the cops on black people, it is violent.
Yes!
It is violent. And I want people to understand that we're not going for it anymore. In Seaside, you're not going to use the police for your personal bodyguard. You're not going to use the police to come and stand up for you, and they don't stand up for us for something tiny and petty that could cost a black person's life. So today, are you with us?
Yes!
Today, we come against people calling the cops on black lives. Now, I have Simeon. It's getting late, and we are going to start our march and then have our conversation somewhere else. But I have Simeon. We have a wagon here so we can haul the speaker with us and talk. So, are you guys ready to march?
Yeah!
I'm going to have. Let me see. I have somebody coming from San Jose that's going to help me today and tomorrow with the protest. And we're going to do a protest together to get the kids out of cages in Morgan Hill at the detention center. So we're going to need people to join us with that. Just trying to see where she's at.
Black Lives Matter! 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 Black Lives Matter here! 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 democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
Black lives, they matter here.
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 Black lives, they matter here. Black lives, they matter here. No peace.
No justice.
No peace.
No justice.
No peace. No peace. No peace. No peace. George Floyd. George Floyd. George Floyd. Breonna Taylor. Breonna Taylor. Breonna Taylor.
George Floyd.
George Floyd!
Say his name.
George Floyd.
Say her name.
Breonna Taylor.
Say her name.
Breonna Taylor.
Say her name.
Breonna Taylor.
Tell me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
Show me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
Tell me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
Tell me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
Show me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
Black lives, they matter here.
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 No peace.
Police.
No peace. Defund the police. No peace. Defund the police. No justice. No peace. Defund the police. No peace. Defund the police. No peace. Defund the police. George Floyd. George Floyd. Breonna Taylor. Breonna Taylor. Breonna Taylor.
No justice.
No peace.
Defund the
Police.
No justice.
No peace. Defund the police. No justice. No peace. Defund the police. No justice. No peace. Black lives, they matter here.
Black lives, they matter here.
Black lives, they
Black
matter
lives, they
here.
matter here.
Black lives, they 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 matter here.
matter here.
Black lives, they 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 matter here.
No justice.
Police.
No justice.
No peace.
Defund the
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 Police.
No justice.
No peace. Defund the police.
Did anybody drop the phone?
Defund the
Police. No peace. Defund the police.
No justice.
No peace. Defund the police.
No justice.
No peace. Defund the police.
Justice.
No peace.
Defund the
Police.
Black lives, they matter here.
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 Black lives, they matter here. Black lives, they matter here. Black lives, they matter here. Black lives, they matter here. Black lives, they matter here. Black lives, they matter here. Black lives, they matter here. Black lives, they matter here. Black lives, they matter here. Black lives, they matter here. Black lives, they matter here. Black lives, they matter here. Black lives, they matter here. Black lives, they matter here. Black lives, they matter here. Black lives, they matter here. Black lives, they matter here. Black lives, they matter here. Black lives, they matter here. Black lives, they matter here. Black lives, they matter here. Black lives, they matter here. Black lives, they matter here. Black lives, they matter here. Black lives, they matter here. Black lives, they matter here. Black lives, they matter here. Black lives, they matter here. Black lives, they matter here.
All right, and on the corner, I need the Black Lives Matter sign. Okay, I need people to wrap around this guy.
Start there and string all the way down this way.
Black lives, they matter here.
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 Black lives, they matter here. Black lives, they matter here. Black lives,
matter here.
Black lives, they 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 matter here.
No justice.
No peace.
Defund the. No justice. Defund the. No justice.
No peace.
Defund the.
Police.
No justice.
No peace. Defund the police.
No justice.
No peace. Defund the police.
No justice.
No peace. Defund the police.
No justice.
No peace.
Defund
the police.
Black lives, they matter here.
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 Tell me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
Tell me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
Tell me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
Show me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
Tell me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
Show me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
No justice.
No peace.
Defund the.
Police.
No justice.
No peace.
Defund the.
Police.
No justice.
No peace.
Defund the. No justice. Defund the. No justice. Defund the. No justice. Defund the. Black lives, they matter here.
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 So listen up, people. We're here, and we're going to do our program here, and we're going to do... Okay, we're right here, and we're going to do our... So, don't interrupt me. So listen, people. Listen up. Listen up. We are going... No. Well, do what you do best. Do what you do best. You support people that call the cops on black people. Do what you do best. You support people that call the cops on black people. We got you. Okay, so you guys stay in your place. Stay in your positions. Okay? Stay in your place. Stay in your positions.
That's harassment. I'm not touching you.
Why are you harassing them?
Stop following
Hey,
me.
why are you harassing them?
Stop following me.
You came to us.
Please
It is
stop
making sure
following me.
everybody is safe.
Please stop
I'm
following
making
me.
sure everybody
Why
is
are you
safe.
harassing them?
Just stop.
Just harassing them?
No. It was no harassment. I asked a question. All I asked her to do was stop following me. I walked in. Yes, I
So when you're ready to hear me out, let me be able to
But
finish
be
this
clear
sentence.
on what you're saying. It wasn't harassment. I asked her a question. That was
Listen
all.
here, sir.
Go ahead.
I'm trying to talk to you like a man, sir.
Go ahead.
All right?
Go ahead. You can
All
back
right?
up.
No, I don't need to back up, bro.
Back
You ain't
up,
even got no
buddy.
fucking mask on.
Back
First of all,
up,
put
buddy.
your mask on.
Back up.
First of all,
Get out of my
if
face.
you're what you were just in the face of two
I'm
females,
asking her
bro.
to stop following
What are you
me.
getting in front of two
Stop
females for?
following me.
Getting in their face with no
Stop
fucking
following
mask
me.
on,
She's
trying to act
following
like you're
me.
super cool, bro.
Stop
Step the fuck
following me.
back. First of all,
All I want you to do
please.
is stop following me.
I don't care what you want, bro. I don't
That's
care.
all I'm asking.
I don't care.
That's
But
all
please
I'm
leave
asking
them
you to do.
alone.
I'm not bothering
Leave
her.
all of them alone.
I turned around and she was
Look,
following me.
you're getting aggressive. You're getting aggressive. You ran up on Miriam. I had to chase you away from that.
No, you didn't. Stop making up stories. I didn't run up on Miriam. You didn't chase me away. I walked away.
Please leave us
Stop
alone.
making up
Please leave
stories.
us alone, sir.
And I'm not going to bother you.
Please leave
All
us
I'm asking
alone.
you to do is
No, but for real, don't
block
bother
the
us. They
driveway.
say that for all three, sir.
Just don't block the driveway.
On the Lord,
That's all
dog.
I'm asking you.
On the Lord. If you said step away, step
All
away. Thank you.
I'm asking you don't block the driveway. That's all I'm asking.
That's all you can do. Step away. Good.
It's
You're
her
the first
business. She
time.
has the right to have business coming in. All I'm asking you to do is step out of the driveway.
Don't indulge.
You're stopping her business.
Don't indulge. Don't indulge.
Lawful. conversation. To step out of the driveway. That's all. That's all I'm asking for. And,
Okay, thank you.
You're decent and doing the right thing and Black Lives Matter and all of that. I'm asking you to step out of the driveway so you do not impede on the private business in the city of Seaside, which is their civil right.
Okay,
Please
thank you.
Step out of the driveway. That's all.
Thank
Because
you.
if a car came and then you would say they're trying to hit them, and they're not.
Okay, thank you.
You don't have to have a problem. You can do.
Thank
what
you.
do.
Goodbye. You said you're leaving. Goodbye.
Consider this a picket
That's
line.
all you can do.
Okay, goodbye.
Just step out. Please.
Go, dude. Go.
You and
Just
you
go.
and Pastor Smith were real. He said a lot of good things about.
Yeah, I know, and I'm a good dude. I don't know what you're doing.
Because I'm not doing nothing.
I don't know, dude. You're bothering us. Please go away.
Driveway.
Please go away, dude. Just go away.
So everything he said
Just go
about
away.
you, I think I got a question.
Yeah, no, I got plenty of questions, and we'll be having more conversations. Don't you worry about that.
That's all I'm asking. Just to step out the driveway.
Go. You said your piece. Please go.
That's all I'm asking.
Okay,
Just
thank
so
you.
people
Goodbye.
can come in and out. You can stand here and protest. There's nothing wrong with protesting. They can't stand in the driveway, Miriam. You know that's wrong. You out here teaching people right? That's wrong. You know they can't.
Monterey County, that is not a chip on my shoulder. That's a fucking knee on my neck. I'm sure the aggression looks the same, but let me explain that the pain is very different. I was 13 years old, bright and bold, when I was told to report to the principal's office, but that was a lie. I was faced with the Monterey County Sheriff, wanting nothing but to hear for an hour straight that everything he found on another person and in another person's locker was mine. And after about an hour's time, as a young 13-year-old boy, I designed a story that was for sure going to captivate his mind. That sheriff ate it up more and more about me buying some weed off a surfer named Rat at the beach. If that's the official report that you're gonna write into everything you did, then shame on you. Shame on you, Monterey County. I see your racism. I've felt your racism. The fact that you run with that shit. I just want to say, I don't believe that a place can be racist, but I do believe that the systems that it imposes and employs to pursue justice can be racially based. That's why we need to defund the police. That's why we gotta stop them from preying on young individuals who don't know their rights in the system. Defund these police so that they're not just patrolling these streets looking for people running stop signs. Have them go fight some real fucking crime. It took me 2 years and a legitimate advocate in the Monterey County Probation Department for me to get back into schools. But that was just the legal logistics of being black in Monterey County. When your co-defendant's white and spends 72 hours away from his peers. But what was worse for me was that one day I was being invited to birthday parties, and then the next day I wasn't allowed to talk to them because their parents believed that I was some evil token black guy. So I've been fighting systemic racism and stereotypes my whole life. High school was intense. I remember all of it. I remember having a noose held up to me as I was told, "This is for you," in the middle of class. And then the principal coming up to me with a feeble attempt in a 5-minute passing period to console me. I remember your racism, Monterey County. I remember it. And I want police to be held accountable. I want to end police immunity.
Yeah.
I sat in a cell for what I did wrong, and today I'm ready to sit in a cell for what I believe is right.
Yes.
I'm mad about the police in my world. I'm mad about Monterey County Sheriff's Department. I'm mad about everything I've experienced. But I've already done what I had to serve and do for that. When can we start holding them accountable? Who's gonna start watching these watchers? Who's gonna question their actions? I remember the no-knock warrant that they served at my mother's house while my niece and her friend played in the living room. If you think Monterey County is any different, it's not. I've seen their judges, I've seen their DAs, and I've witnessed the deals that they make. And I'm pretty sure I remember 4 years ago, wasn't there a class action lawsuit about them working together? The conviction rate in Monterey County is so high, you'd think that they never got a crime law. Like they never pulled over someone who was innocent. They only know the people that are guilty. If that's not profiling, I don't know what the fuck is. It's time that the people got answers in Monterey County for why they're sympathetic to racist behavior, culture, and demonstrations. We just had an incident that's on national news in Carmel Valley, and they're going to tell you that that man was a tourist, so that doesn't reflect Monterey County. But if that doesn't tell you more about Monterey County, that he felt comfortable to come into our county and talk like that, I don't know what does. Because I've been out to Carmel Valley. I grew up in Carmel 25 years, but I wouldn't be out in Carmel Valley in the dark night, just like the beautiful people that got caught out on the wrong night celebrating in Carmel Valley, being of color. That's a crime. If you think it's anything but a crime to be of color in Carmel Valley, you just haven't been to the wrong place. And I'll take you. Because I grew up with them. I remember being called nigger at the gas station. That was my life growing up. So don't tell me that Monterey County is anything but what it is. Because I've already felt it. Every day I live in that box, in that prison that Monterey County created by systematically putting their knee on my neck, telling me that I wasn't worth, classifying me as someone that was less than when I was anything but. I can go to your schools, I can pass your classes, I can pass your tests, but I don't want to be a part of your society anymore. I don't want to join in anything that you guys have going on. I want you guys to come to me and explain to me why the hell I should. Why I could even consider to be joining part of something that's been so negative for my whole life. Thank you guys for your time. Thank you.
Thank you, Charles. Give it up for Charles one more time. So listen, we're again, for people that have not heard, we are out here in front of Googi Grill because we are picketing Googi Grill for calling the cops on somebody black for some petty non-emergency reason. Called the cops because they parked in our parking lot during the time of a Juneteenth program. Her first thing she should have done was went and talked to the pastor. When she called the cops, the police asked her to go talk to the pastor. However, she called the cops first. Do you not know that calling the cops on black people is violent? It's dangerous? We can't have it. Nobody in the city of Seaside that has a business, that has a non-emergency going on, that don't want to pay for security, don't want to pay for their own bodyguard, but wants to pick up the phone and call the cops on anybody, on black people. It is very violent, and we're not having it. We don't care about all the people that say she's a nice person. No nice people got any business picking up the phone and calling the cops for a parking lot that she shares with its 3 businesses that share the parking lot. And no nice person in the world should be able to pick up the phone and call the cops just because it's a black person. Now, I understand that she calls the cops a whole lot. So, we have some things that we asked her to do, and that was apologize. And she gave us some trumped up stuff, victimizing stuff like she's being victimized. We are a non-violent, peaceful movement. We are not victimizing her. She's not the victim. She called the cops on somebody black for a parking spot. Come on, this has to stop. And it stops now. We're not having it. We asked for an apology. We asked for her to post a sign up. She put the sign up in our window, and when we left, an expensive sign disappeared. We want our sign back. We want the sign up. And we want a conversation. She has turned us down several times in having a conversation. We don't care that you do things nice for the city of Seaside. We are Seaside. We live in Seaside. Be nice to black people in Seaside.
Community.
We are a whole community. I am tired of the United States of America having that symbol, and yet they say united we fall. United we stand, and we're standing here together. And they say divided we fall. Well, I want to tell you that America has fallen. America has fallen. And there's a piece that we got to plug back in. And that's our black people have to be plugged back in to the America dream. Plugged back in to America's people all over the country. We have to be plugged back in to the love they pretend to have. We have to be a part of it. America is not America without us. America has never been America to me. But we got to be plugged back in. America has fallen. What are we going to do about it? We're standing here to pick up the pieces, and we are not taking no for an answer. We want them to put the sign back up. We want a genuine apology. We want her to stop lying, and we want her to have a conversation with us. Now, she's the reason America falls, because white folks get to go pay people with kindness and mistreat black folks, the ones they choose to mistreat. But every one of us or none of us. Every one of us or none of us. America cannot stay down with a piece of it hanging out, talking about America, united we stand. Talking about together we in it. Talking about we strong together. Talking about all these lies and still leaving black people behind. This lady was willing to take whatever, if the cop would have came and beat up somebody, she wouldn't have stepped in. Guess what? They never stepped in. They called the cops. Well, we want her to call resources. We want her to call counselors. We want her to call other people. And we will create it and design it in our community and in communities all over California. And we will move all over the United States, designing other options for people to call. We're saying pause the calls. Don't call the cops. Pause the calls. And we will help create avenues and other things for you to call rather than to put black people in harm's way. We're not taking it no more. We're not taking it no more. You can do everything you want to do to the city. You can buy everything you want to buy for the city. But you got to help and understand that the black community and the black community suffers from you calling the cops for parking in your parking lot. Enough is just enough. And we're not having it no more. So we have Simeon, and he's going to come over here and speak. We appreciate him being here.
How's everybody doing? I said, how's everybody doing? You remember when you was in school and they had class participation? So I'm gonna try this one more time, right? How's everybody doing? So I want to tell you a little story, all right? I want to tell you about a young lady. This happened several years back. She has to look in a child, her own child's face, and tell her child, you are a young black man. You have 2 strikes against you. You are black and you are a male. That young black man was me. So imagine growing up and living a paranoid life of saying, I am black and I'm a male and I got 2 strikes against me starting off. Now you might say my mom was teaching me to be paranoid, but check this. This is the world we live in right now. I am not paranoid. When I walk down the streets by myself, guess who's watching over me? No one. There's a trigger already that I am a threat. Why am I a threat in America as a black man, but I'm being hunted? Why are people being hunted? Now I said class participation. Who here has seen a gun in person? Raise your hand. In person. Who here has ever been to a gun range? Who here has ever had a gun pointed to their face? I've had a gun pointed in my face on several occasions, and I'm gonna tell you this right now. The people that are supposed to protect us are the ones that point that gun at me. Walking home from school in high school, dress well. As you see, I don't sag my pants, and that doesn't even matter what. If I sag my pants or wear anything baggy, you should not pull me over and ask me any questions. When you ask me where am I going at the age of 15 or 16, and you tell me my black ass better get home because I don't have ID, I'm 15 or 16. Unfortunately, everybody can't have a driver's permit or drive at that time. So officer pulling me over while I'm walking home because I am black doesn't make it right. I was doing my job. I'm in real estate. Neighbors call the cops on me because I entered a property that I have the right to. Officer kicks in the door, says, get your black ass on the ground, puts a gun to my head. If he sneezed wrong, that's my life. 3 different occasions, the people that are supposed to protect me are threatening my life. You kill us and our black tax dollars pay for it. Talk about a broken system. You kill us and we pay for it. Throughout my life, mind you, I want to let you know this now. I am from Texas. I'm from Texas. I lived in New York. I live in Michigan. I see blatant racism in my face. Guess what? Here in California, I see it. I come from the South. I lived in New York, Houston, Texas, Michigan, and now here in Cali, and I still see it. Why? Why do I have to sit here on the corner of a street and try to claim my life and tell everybody how I should feel? I'm a young black man, and it hurts. Seeing people looking at me as if I'm a threat? Come on, man. It's 2020, you have people being hung? You think it doesn't happen here in Monterey? The fact that I have to have police put a gun on me and I ain't do nothing? If he sneezes wrong, that's my life? That's not right. Because my skin complexion, and I don't know about you, but I think I look gorgeous. My skin complexion is beautiful. And if you feel any way, you go yourself. So I want you guys to understand this. You may not understand how I feel, but the fact that you are out here, it is your job and your turn to tell your people. It's for you to go home and share this word. I want you to go home. I want you to go home and talk to your siblings, your mother, your father, because it's up to you to spread this word. And if they don't think and believe, that racism here, you need to teach them. You need to teach them to pull the head out their ass.
All right.
Because I'm tired. I'm tired of my people dying, and I'm completely tired of me having to feel like I'm a threat. When I walk back to my car, I have to watch out for myself. It's scary in this world as a black man. I fought for everything I have, and guess what? I still gotta fight against the grain. Whatever accomplishments I have, it doesn't matter, because guess what they see first? I'm a black man. And I stand out, my hair too damn long. So that's the thing. If you're looking at me and you see a threat, go fuck yourself. As I said, my people were beautiful. You all are beautiful. The fact that you all out here, we appreciate you. We can't say as much because your voice is stronger than ours. As Miss Miriam said, my people are scared as hell to speak up. This is difficult for me. I'm not from this county. My business could be ruined off of this. But I want you to know this. I want you to know this right now. Before my business, before my career, I am a black man. And I will never change that, and I'll never apologize for that. So I want you all to know this. Thank you. Thank you for being here. We greatly appreciate it. My life, you got to walk a mile in it. And it's a hard-ass mile. It is the most difficult mile that you could understand. Like I said, I moved from Texas. I've seen blatant racism in my face, and I see it here. Thank you.
Thank you, Simeon. Thank you so much. Simeon is an awesome young man, and we want to give him some support. Give it up to Simeon again. Listen, you guys. They might think we're joking, but we're going to let River say something on the mic. I want to tell you so. I have a young lady here that is off the chain. She came all the way down from San Jose. Her name is Flora, and before River gets on the mic, give it up to Flora for coming down. We thank you. She's going to be speaking to us today, and she also is coming tomorrow, and she's going to speak tomorrow at our event in Salinas. This was kind of like a sneak up private thing, because when we put it up before, everybody wanted to come and charge my people and try to stop them. But today, we're not stopping. We will be back until we get what we want. And we're not changing our mind. We're not allowing you to placate us. We're not allowing you to fake with us. We're not allowing you to trick us again. We're not allowing you to back down and act like you don't care about black lives. Well, we care. So I want you to come and say something to this lady.
Hi everybody. I'm going to make sure that this speaker is just facing so that the restaurant can hear us. So, my name is River, and I'm gonna just speak directly to Jennifer Kadosh right now. Jennifer! We've been working, and I want us to work together. Yesterday we spoke, and you told me that you wouldn't work with us. You told me that you wouldn't be accountable. You told me that calling the cops is not a crime and it is your right. We all know that the laws do not reflect what is right. And that there are rights that some people are given and others are not. And we just want to talk to you. And we want you to listen to us. And I understand that Pastor Lusk has stepped in and told you that everything is going to be okay. And I know he comes in and he tells you that he is Seaside and he speaks for the city of Seaside. But we are also Seaside, and we also have things to say. There are things, thank you. There are things here that our Black community members want to talk to you about and to each other about, to all of us. We want to have a community conversation about what police brutality looks like here in Seaside. Even just yesterday, I was speaking with a friend of mine, and she's not Black. She is mixed race, but she has had her parents thrown in and out of jail, her brothers incarcerated. She has watched as a child while the police break into their house and throw her father onto the couch and sit on her father and pin him. She has had the police pull guns on her. She has had the police forcibly tear her from her car and put her in cuffs when she didn't do anything wrong to teach her a lesson. And this is just one tiny story, right? And the stories of our Black community members can go on and on all day. That is one story that I just heard yesterday, and that is in Seaside. To you, the Seaside police are your friends. You use them as your personal venting line. We do not think that that is fair, because they do not treat everyone in our community with that same respect.
Patience.
You say that, you didn't ask the cops to come, you didn't call 911, you just called the non-emergency dispatch. But what if they decided to come? And what if they decided to pick on somebody? And what if somebody was hurt? That is the situation that we never want to see happen. Not here in Seaside and not anywhere. That is the situation that we want to make sure does not happen. And pausing the calls is one tiny step, one important step in that direction. And that's what we want to ask you to do, is pause the calls. You have not satisfied us yet. Your apology on Sunday was empty.
Yes,
You apologized for the misunderstanding.
that's right.
Your words were unclear. You did not make clear that it was Kayla Jones who's getting anonymous threats. Kayla Jones, whose personal contact information was posted on your business's Facebook page, and you took down the comments about your racism and you left up the comments with doxing of our community member, our Seaside community member, our black woman, queer femme, Kayla Jones. You left that up on your Facebook page while you took down comments that threatened your own reputation. You say that you won't allow your business to be a platform for a political statement. How is Black Lives Matter a political statement? Do you believe that Black Lives Matter? I want you to come out and I want you to talk to us. Just because the pastors canceled the conversation that you committed to have with us on Thursday night, you committed to have that conversation with us last night, and the pastors canceled? We didn't cancel, and you didn't cancel, and yet when we told you we would change the location, you still didn't show up. I know that this is scary. I know that this feels overwhelming. I too am a white person, and it is its own unique feeling to understand that you participate, that you are complicit in a system of racism that you did not create, yet you continue to uphold with your actions. One apology and a sign up for a few hours
And a meeting.
does not make up for the racism that you continue to uphold by using the police as your personal property bodyguards. It's just not enough.
On our sign back.
We want our sign back, and we hear that Pastor Lusk has that sign. Since he is your people, as you said, he's your friend, he's the one who's defending you, why don't you tell him to give us our sign back? And why don't we reschedule that conversation? Because we're not satisfied with empty promises.
And a genuine apology.
We want a genuine apology. We want you to share with us that you understand that even if calling the cops is not a crime, it is unjust. Even if calling the cops is your right legally, that doesn't mean that it is ethically right. We want to see and hear that you see and hear us, that you will listen and that you will grow with us as a community. We don't want to shut your business down because we are talking to your workers and they appreciate you. They appreciate that you have paid them well during the quarantine when your business was shut down. They appreciate you that you have this opportunity for them to work, and they are nothing but hardworking people. And they are asking us to step aside and allow your business to run as normal. Jennifer, it is you, by showing up and talking to us, that can do that on behalf of your employees. We're gonna tip them, right? Everybody who's got cash, everybody's got Venmo, we're gonna come and we're gonna make sure we tip your workers. But they want to work. And in order for them to have a good evening's work, it's a Friday night, they need us to step aside. And in order for us to step aside, we need you to step up. Please, Jennifer, come on out and step up.
Step up, step up.
Step up, Jennifer. 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 What made us let the internet decide? We think it's online. But when you people with a few $100,000, they can only take this online and see what their opinion is. Because they will go to Yelp and they will go to Google and they will do all of that craziness. Let's take care of it now, or you'll hear about it in the morning all over your feed. All right. Jen, I've talked to you on the phone and we've spent hours talking and listening to one another, but I am here as a white person to ask you to speak with a diverse community, and specifically with our African American community here in Seaside. You don't get to talk with me behind closed doors and say that you're good and absolved. You don't get to say I don't hold racism in my heart and therefore I cause no problems.
Not how it works.
It isn't how it works. I wish it were. I wish it were, because I believe that you care and value for Black people. But we need you to do that with your actions. I'm getting tired because I feel like I'm saying the same thing. I just want to see you. You told me that you won't work with me and my activist friends. We're just people. We just want to have this community conversation. And we asked you to do that over 3 weeks ago. I wrote you a letter. And I didn't get any response until we said we were going to park in your driveway. And that's when you called me and said, oh, I'm so sorry. It all has to do with my parking. This isn't about your parking. Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't know what Juneteenth was. This isn't even about Juneteenth. Because I don't care if you call the cops on a group of Black people on June 19th, on the day that memorializes the abolition of slavery, or at least the transformation of slavery into the prison industrial complex. But I don't care if it's September 2nd. I don't care if it's February 14th. I don't care what day it is that you call the cops. I don't want you to call the cops. And you're saying that we're harassing and bullying you. You know who harasses people? The police.
That's right.
That is who harasses people, is the police. I hate doing this, Jennifer. I want to be at home right now. I would love to be at home, but I'm not going to be at home until the issues of structural violence against our neighbors, our communities of color, here in Seaside and across the country. I can't go home. Not until we've broken down this system. So you've got people who are here and who will share with you. And we've got somebody coming into the driveway right now. We want you to step up, Jennifer. I don't know what else to say. Are you going to give us your sign back? Our sign back? Are you going to agree to come and talk with us? Are you going to apologize genuinely, understanding that the police are not your personal property guards? That calling the police has so much potential for violence, for death. It does not matter what your intention is if the actions that you are going to continue doing, because this isn't a one-time thing, this is a cycle, right? This is a pattern where you call the police to deal with your issues. And I know that you've heard and you've learned. You've learned a lot of things that you didn't know on June 19th. We're all learning and we're all growing, but it takes more than a statement of Stronger Together. It takes more than a sign in a window for a few hours and then claiming ignorance, you don't know where it went. It takes more than all that. We need you to have this conversation with us. Jennifer, come on out. Step up, Jennifer. Step up, Jen. Step up, Jen. Step up, Jen.
Step up, Jen. Step up, Jen. Step up, Jen. Step up, Jen. Step up, Jen. Step up, Jen. Step up, Jen. Step up, Jen. Step up, Jen. Step up, Jen. Step up, Jen. Step up, Jen. Step up, Jen. Step up, Jen. Step up, Jen. Step up, Jen. Come here every day. Step up, Jen. Step up, Jen. Step up.
We'll be here tomorrow and the day after that.
Step up, Jen. Step up, Jen.
Until you step up, we're gonna keep coming.
We'll be here.
Step up, Jen. Step up,
You
Jen.
have to sign a contract with us that you will not call the cops on Black
Step
people.
up, Jen. Step up, Jen. Step up, Jen. Step up, Jen.
you, you were ingenuine about what you told us. We would live stream it. Now, we will go live stream all over the country, and we will expose you in a different way. We are being nice right now. We ask you to step up. We ask you to step up, communicate with us, because we are non-violent people. We come in peace, but we are not having you calling the cops on black people.
Step up, Jen!
Step up, Jen! Step up, Jen!
Step up, Jen!
Step up, Jen.
Step up, Jen! 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 Jen, put it this way, Jen. We are going to create a law in the city of Seaside just because you called the cops on somebody black for parking in your parking space, and you decided it was your right. Well, it was Karen's right to call the cops on somebody barbecuing in a park, and they were black. It is violent, it is dangerous, and we will change the law. In the meantime, you will be our example here in Seaside. Do you want to be our example in the city of Seaside, or do you want to cooperate? We asked you to pin the sign up. You kept it up a short time. We asked you for a conversation. You faked on us, you tricked us, and you didn't show up for the conversation. We asked you to apologize, and you pretended like you were a victim. Now we want a genuine apology, and we want a letter signed by you, a statement saying you won't call the cops on black people. We want to sign up for agreed upon amount of time, and we want the right things done. We need that conversation. Now, this can stop today, or it can keep going every day. It's all up to you. It's your decision, because we don't have a problem with standing up for our lives and standing up together because America has fallen. We don't have a problem with trying to pick up the pieces of our lives and trying to unite because America has fallen. So we can do this all day, every day, as long as you want. It's all up to you, Jennifer. It's all up to you.
Step up, Jen.
Step up, Jen! 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 Are you guys getting me girl on Instagram? That's your Instagram? Googi girl? Alright, bye.
Yeah, I'm a pastor.
Be ashamed that thousands of people commented all over it.
He's just my helper. He's my assistant.
You'd be ashamed if your interview will never be the same.
I've talked to you.
There's a lot of power in social media and you're fucking with the wrong crowd.
Reverend said he had him. It's not proper.
Step up, Jen. Only you can fix this.
Sign she said she was going to put up. And now
He took it down. She didn't
Well, I
take
don't
it
know
down.
anything about that.
Yeah.
So why are they canceling meetings without telling us about it? And then
I talked to Miriam because Reverend Russ said he
he
had.
didn't tell us he had our sign. He was just here.
He's
wasn't
coming back.
Wasn't he just here? Didn't he just run up on us and not
Yeah,
tell
he
us
was
nothing
just
about a
there.
sign?
He ain't never
They're
gave us
only
our
here
sign.
asking about our
They've been over
property
here 3 times. He
and
ain't gave us
why
our sign.
stuff's disappearing and we're not getting told anything. We're the people. She's the
We
one who told
have
us
tried
this
to
was
handle
okay.
it for 3 weeks.
She told us it was
and she has
okay.
faked us. 3 weeks.
She put
stood
that sign
behind
up.
people protecting a white woman that has put black people in danger by picking up their phone and calling the cops. We have tried.
Nobody was hurt. And the
Oh,
woman
today,
has
that day, no.
The woman has apologized.
No, you need to look at her apology.
This is Seaside.
It
We
wasn't
don't do
real.
this. We can
Was
have
it
Out
sincere?
though, out though, if you apologize and then less than 24 hours you renege on that
I asked
action,
her. She did not
hear me
take-
out.
she did not
Just
take
hear
the
me out.
sign
Now finish what I'm saying. How sincere can I be if less than 24 hours passes before I take back every action that was in that apology? How sincere? So we're here to ask, where's our sign? And where's the sincerity?
We want that
in
sign
her
now.
voice? Where's the sincerity?
Let me go ask about the sign.
Right, because that's where this
We
all
want that
began.
sign now.
Right?
Let me ask about the sign. Good back.
Good.
But
And I want sincerity, I'm not gonna lie. Personally, I want her to mean what she says and say what she means.
He's not gonna lie.
I don't really care about nothing else. I don't really care about nothing else.
Apology was not an apology.
No, it wasn't genuine.
She apologized for being misunderstood.
Okay, keep going, you guys, keep going. Step up, Jen.
Step up, Jen. Step up, Jen. Step up, Jen. Step up, Jen. Matter of fact, I have a picture of you. Step up, Jen. It's step up, Jen. Step up, Jen. Step up, Jen. Oh my God, right now.
It's on you.
Step up, Jen. Facebook, Instagram. Look at all of them. Step up, Jen. 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 Come out, Jennifer. Step up, Jen. Step up, Jen.
Non-emergency thing. We're not playing. We're not playing, Jennifer. We're not playing. You can call the U.S. troop if you want to. You can call the Army if you want to. You can call every police in the Union if you want to. But we're not playing, Jennifer. We're not playing.
You want to talk to him?
Yeah.
With no sign.
Let him see a sign.
Yeah, because they're playing.
Yes, thank you.
Don't know what the sign is now.
Right, that's,
Okay.
So that's
So we're
weird.
done.
Of course not.
That's weird, right?
Right.
No, we're done with it.
What you
We're
got
done.
to do? What you got to do?
We want
But
the
he's a
sign
pastor.
Well, I mean,
to be
I want
paid
to
for
talk
by
to
her.
her, but I mean, not me. I want to talk to her, but like, I want all of these people also to talk to her. 'Cause
Yeah.
she's not answering to the community.
Yeah.
What you know?
She's not answering the community, but she'll answer the Facebook and Instagram.
We asked for a meeting. We did it. We can't trust anybody to help.
Let's go answer the comments.
Meeting right here on the street.
Let's go answer the comments. All the comments.
No, we're not trusting to go to nobody's place anymore for a meeting for this situation. She got too much protection, and we can't get no protection for our people. Just because nobody got hurt, you don't call the cops on black people.
Okay, here, you and I talk. You see speak up one.
I'm sure you don't want to get canceled.
Okay, she made a mistake. We all as humans make a mistake.
Well, maybe River, where you at, River? Maybe River can help you
Mistakes
understand.
happen, all right? Okay.
Let me. No, we don't believe that because what happened? She took the.
How do I have faith in anybody like that?
Hold on, Charles. Hold on.
How can I have
She took
faith?
what? She took. Tell them how she took everything down off the Facebook and how her apology was for a misunderstanding. There was no misunderstanding.
She took down off of the reviews on her Facebook page and the Yelp page anything that said that she was racist, right? She got those things taken down. But she left up reviews that had the contact information of Kayla Jones, and Kayla Jones been getting death threats again. And you know what she's been through, and I know that she's got tension in Seaside. I know there's a history there, but all that's dead, and instead she's getting brought back. And I know, Jennifer told me she doesn't know these people who threatened her, but she left that contact information up. She left these aggressive posts on there, and Kayla wants to talk to her. And we want,
When we do have a meeting, it's going to be a peaceful meeting, right?
we want a peaceful meeting.
Well, you know
Yes.
it's gonna be peaceful.
I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to make sure everybody's
respect.
peaceful.
We want a peaceful meeting.
Right? Because the only thing I've been approached with myself, what I've seen is aggression from other people. All right? And I'm just here to ask some questions. That's it. I just want to ask some questions. These aren't my questions. These are the ones that popped up in the minds of every person that showed up. because they were thinking the same thing I was.
Let me ask. I'm gonna ask her if she's willing to meet.
There's no willing. There's no willing. If she doesn't desire conversation, then I'm gonna be out here every week doing the same thing. I'm just saying. It's got to be laid out.
She knew the meeting was scheduled at my church. Reverend Lush said everything was happening. There'll be no meeting. Everything was done. Now we know that's not. If you all want to meet, if I can get her to meet, as long as it's going to be a peaceful meeting, I will make sure that
Please. We are definitely. Haven't I told the community we are definitely peaceful?
I've never seen violence.
We are a political action team, and we mean business in Seaside.
Wow. But they're still gonna hold on to the sign for consideration.
Guess what?
And pay for the sign.
Oh, they have it. They have it. Lusk has it, but he's a pastor. He does nothing but the truth.
Somebody's got that sign. Somebody's got that sign. It ain't in no trash can. It's in the trash can. Where's the sign at? I got questions. I know everybody else got the same thing. We're all asking the same thing. It's not crazy. We all got the same questions. It's the same thing. The story is that the left hand has it, the left hand says that the right hand has it.
Step up, Jen. Step up, Jen. Step up, Jen. Step up, Jen.
Lusk is not invited to the meeting. If Lusk shows up at the meeting, we walk out. There is no meeting if Lusk comes. All we want from Lusk is our sign. And if Lusk don't get it, we want the universe to pay for the sign.
Step up, Jen. Step up, Jen.
Step up, Jen! 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 Step up, Jennifer! Step up, Jen! Step up, Jen! Step up, Jen! Step up, Jen!
And you don't need to support somebody that calls the cops on black people. No calling the cops on black people. We're here today because a black person parked in Jennifer's parking lot and her choice was to call the cops rather than go talk to somebody about it. So we are here today to say pause the calls, don't call the cops. All across America, don't call the cops, pause the calls. Hashtag, I want you to, everybody to hashtag, pause the calls. Don't call the cops. Think of other ways to resolve issues among yourself. Think of other people to call. Sometimes we just need to call a counselor, call a psychiatrist, call a doctor, but don't call the cops. Don't call the cops on black people because it does not work for black people. The cops serve a white community and you need to understand that. That's why we say, defund the police.
Defund the police!
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 Redirect those funds to programs in our community. We need more housing to get people off the street. We need more services for our youth. We need jobs for our young people so they don't find things to do when they're poor and don't have money. We need to service the poor community rather than criminalize the poor community. Calling the cops on the black community. Let's stop criminalizing people because of the color of their skin. It's time out for that. We've had enough of that. We need to think of other creative ways to deal with issues we have that are non-violent, non-emergency in our community rather than pick up that phone and call the cops. Don't call the cops. Pause the calls today. Pause the calls today. Stop calling the cops. We cannot take it no more. We will not take it no more. Don't call the cops. It's a racist antic and it has to stop. Pause the calls everywhere. And it's time. Hashtag pause the calls. Listen, people, we're not saying that when you defund the police, we're not saying abolish the police, even though I'm for that. We're not saying that. We're saying redirect those funds. We've given the police presence too much credit. We've given the police too much power. Redirect those funds. They are hired by the people, and the people have had enough. We want equal rights and equal fairness, and we want the disparity in our jails. We want all that to stop. In our community, we want it all to stop. There's too much disparity and it's against black lives. And we want you to understand, we are here because if the cops don't protect black lives, we will. We are a public safety part of Pause the Cause, and we're here to protect black lives. And there has been enough calling the cops everywhere on black folks. So we're telling you today, don't pick up that phone and call the cops. Pause the cause today to save black lives. Pause the cause today to save lives. Pause the cause today because it has been harmful to pick up the phone, call the cops. They do not serve everybody in the community. Stop pretending, stop playing like they do, stop acting like they do. They do not serve everybody in the community. When they show up and a black person is there, they escalate things on purpose because they can. Well, we want to teach people in our community the positive cause. I have a young lady here that came all the way down from San Jose to support us today. And I want you all to hear from her. But remember, Googi picked up the phone on Juneteenth when there was a black event going on. We took over the streets and we took over everything. And she called the cops to ask the question, as she says, what does she do about somebody parking in her parking lot? She already did that before she decided to go over and talk to the pastor where the event was being held. A person on the phone said, call the cops. She said, I already called the cops. I have a problem with people not causing the cause on black. Not giving us the benefit of the doubt. Not giving us a chance. Not helping us out. Not trying to figure out how do we handle this without picking up the phone and calling the cops. I have a problem with that. You should have a problem with that. We're here today because we want you to have a problem with that. We need you to have a problem with that. We need you to pause the call. And we need you to pause the calls today. Because we're tired of our people being hurt. And other people looking over it. And other people not caring. And that people excusing the behavior of the cop because the person yelled at him or cussed at him. We're tired of that. I don't care if I cuss you out. You ain't got no business calling cops on me.
That's right.
I don't care if I say, well, call the cops, I don't care, call the cops, I don't care. You don't got no business calling the cops on me. Pause the call, stop calling the police, I'm sorry. Here we go, Flora, all the way from San Jose. Listen, she's a powerful young lady, off the chain.
Hey guys, I did drive 2 hours away, so we better get what we came here for.
Yep.
If not today, next week. If not today, tomorrow. If not here, then online.
Alright.
Because I have a...
You like that one?
I want Jennifer to hear me. Just businesswoman Jennifer, it is in your favor to do what these people asked today, because you are at fault for calling the police on a black man. You know what is happening around this country. People are getting killed by the color of their skin. And if anything had happened to that man, you would have been...
Woman.
No.
Oh, the woman they called? The one that they called on.
They called the black woman. Okay. Yeah, if they had hurt that black woman with anything, you would be, your conscience would be, you could have been a murderer, in other words, because that's what it's come to in this country. Because we're still trying to get the police defunded. We're still trying to get a new police reform, a new system, retrain, rehire. So we know that the police is corrupt and they're not on our side. So for you to call the police a black person, that should be against the law. So we are here and we are going to work on making a law for people like you to not be able to call the police on black, on brown, on anybody for no reason. You can call the tow truck, Jennifer. You can call the tow truck. If it was really an issue. There was no reason for you to call the police, and now you need to fix this now and get ready to be canceled online. Woo!
We're gonna stop that. I already been talking about that. So you all, Flora is very powerful. I went down to San Jose on Saturday, and Flora led a group of people way big. I mean, since George Floyd was killed, she's been leading huge marches of people around San Jose and marching for Black Lives Matter. I went down there and there was a young Latino man, 4 years ago. Anthony, what's Anthony's last name, Susan? Anthony Nunez was shot by the police. Okay, he himself was calling for help for the police department. and he was shot by the police. And they were the first case. The first case in San Jose to win was a Latinx family against police violence being used in San Jose and shooting and killing him when he only called for help. So we had that function. There was three separate functions basically. His function, they supported the family and that group in the park. Then we marched down the street, Black Lives Matter function. When they marched down the street and they painted the street that morning, Black Lives Matter. In San Jose, California, you can go, what's the name of the street? Empire.
Empire and 17th, yeah.
Empire and 17th. My girl over here, Olive, was my driver, took me down there. And we had an awesome time. We did not want to leave. We did not want to leave. It was off the chain. It was off the chain, y'all. And so we left from the street being painted and we marched over to an event to get the kids out of the cages. These were three separate things. It was so awesome. She led us over there in front of the city hall in San Jose. And this thing must have been over. I talked and several people talked and she's so empowering. And so we got over there in San Jose and when we had the function there, they showed out. They showed out with togetherness. They showed out with coming up and speaking up, and we're going to move together and work together on getting those kids out of the cages. I went to Morgan Hill, and that's where I met her at, to get the kids out of the cages. And so we are going to move across this country and pause the calls to ICE and pause the calls to the police. We're going to collaborate together because there should be no kids in cages and they should not be picking up kids, putting them in foster home and adopting these kids out. So I want her to also talk about that because when we got through talking about getting the kids out of cages, we must have danced for hours. We did not, the program was over. They announced the program was over. We're still there 2 hours later dancing our hearts out. This girl said, I don't want to go. I said, I don't want to go. Nobody wanted to leave. It was beautiful. We danced in the streets. We danced at the city hall. We danced everywhere. Listen, we need to unite. We need to unite everywhere. And we need to help make a difference in our communities. And we cannot do it except for what? Together. We have to have unity. We have power in numbers. And we need armies of people, and I need an army behind me. And I told her, let's come and blend this thing today. And she's here. I sent her the wrong flyer, so we're doing 2 events. We're doing the one tomorrow at 2 o'clock, and the one today at 4 o'clock. And I definitely wanted her here today. And I had sent her the wrong flyer and found out earlier today. At the drop of the dime, she came, and let me show you, she is dedicated. Her and her group will be here tomorrow in Salinas at 2 o'clock. She's dedicated. She only had 1 flyer, but we have 2 flyers going for 2 different events. But we really want to make sure that we come together in Morgan Hill. And we're going to get the date to you because in Morgan Hill, we're going to shut it down. We're going to shut the detention center down in Morgan Hill. And she had, when I sent her the second flyer, she had been trying to reach me a couple of days so we could organize that. Because they were supposed to release the kids out of cages July the 7th. But they got people. Tomorrow? That's tomorrow, okay. None of this month, they're supposed to release the kids out of cages. We want to show up, and we want to show up big. With San Jose, Morgan Hill, and with this area, we want those kids out of cages, and we want them to stop picking on immigrant people. Just because they don't have papers, leave them alone. Seaside is a sanctuary city, y'all.
Sanctuary city.
They don't mess with them here. We're sanctuary cities because we came together. We started teams like we have now, and we said we want Seaside to be a sanctuary city. When that number 45 got in office, those teams rolled up. We had house visits, we had tea parties, we had meetings after meetings, And before you know it, within 3 months, we showed up at the City Hall, over 600 people in Seaside to make Seaside a sanctuary city. Guess what happened, y'all? They could not say no. It was too many of us. Just like we're going to keep coming back here until we shut this building down. We don't want to do it. These people need to work. These people need to work. We don't want to do it. We're going to tip our helpers today. Everybody's going to give the helpers here some money. We don't want to shut you down, but your boss is rough. And she is pretending. And she wants people to believe she's an okay person. But deep down in her heart, if she was okay, she would not have called the cops. So, what we going to do at the Morgan Hill Detention Center? We're going to shut it down. What we going to do?
Shut it down.
What we going to do?
Shut it down.
What we going to do?
Shut it down.
What we going to do?
Shut it down.
How we going to do it? Show up. Show up.
You're doing good.
Yeah, so I'm actually a dreamer, a DACA recipient. So I do fight for dreamers and all immigrant rights. I'm actually an immigrant rights advocate before the Black Lives Matter movement started. So yes, our next mission is shutting down the Morgan Hill ICE Detention Center. I know I've been running around or screaming, abolish ICE in every city, but it's like, what's the point of yelling abolish ICE if we're not gonna start in our communities? Like for real, like Morgan Hill, I get it, it might be an office, they might only detain people there for a certain amount of time. It's still ICE. And ICE is still trafficking children, and that's another story. Because you don't lose 1,500 kids overnight. And especially too, I don't know if you guys heard about the Wayfair? Yes. About today? Yes. Wayfair is a furniture store that was partnered up with ICE. About a couple years ago, they announced their partnership. And they were supposedly furnishing the bed or whatever for the ICE detention centers for the children. Okay, around that same time, 1,500 children went missing. Well, today, a few people that were roaming the web came across their website, and then they saw these storage units going for $15,000 with the names of girls, different ethnicity names on there, going for $15,000. And these, you probably don't even look at these storage things. They're pretty ugly, but it's just a hard thing to envision because they definitely fit 1 or 2 people in there for things. And there was also other pillows for sale for $10,000 with boys' names with the number next to it indicating the age. As of now, they made a statement that said that was false, but they did delete all those storage posts. And then people were saying, why would you delete it in the first place if you're saying it's not true? And then, so there's all that going on, and there's so much more going on. At the end of the day, we know they are sex trafficking children from the detention centers. So ICE is guilty as heck. So anywhere they're stationed, even if it's Morgan Hill, even if they're trying to say, oh, we're just here for what? For what? Why are you even in Morgan Hill? For what? And they're right around the corner from the police station. They say they're a sanctuary city, but I've had people, birdies tell me that they let the ICE know when someone is being dismissed from the police station, and they just hold them there on the corner. So that should not even. What happens to sanctuary city part? So that ICE has got to go in Morgan Hill, and that's my next mission. And this woman right here is going to help me with that. So I just wanted to thank her and come out and support her in anything she does. So what are we going to do here today? We're going to get what we want from Jennifer, or we're going to bring it online on Yelp, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and you'll see it. You won't be able to avoid it. Because I myself have a pretty large following, and I have friends with really large followings, and I am not afraid to post the front of this sign right here, Seaside, address and all. And that's what I could do with my part, because I know that'll reach a lot of people. And if that's just an extra 100 comments on a couple of their posts, I feel like I did my part with you guys, along with being here with you guys. And you guys better get what you want. And so you guys don't get it, I will make those posts. So let me know, okay? All right, thank you for. And see me, doesn't now. I went and spoke, and when I spoke in Morgan Hill, the next day it was over 37,000 likes. 37,000. And then when I spoke up there with her, there was thousands and thousands and thousands. I don't even remember the number. But listen to me. She means business. And folks are out there, different groups are out there in San Jose that we could join together with.
and shut this place down if that's what Jennifer wants. It's her choice. We're not forcing her. We're just telling her we're not having it. Is that right?
Right.
It's her choice. We're not forcing you, but we're just saying we're not having it. You know how the cops will get our kids and talk them into pleading and tell them they won't be able to go unless they plead because they're guilty and all that? So we know Jennifer is guilty of calling the cops that day. So she now has to agree to not calling the cops anymore.
Pause the calls.
She has to pause the call. Let's hear it, everybody. Pause the calls.
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 And that's what we're asking. And we're asking for our sign to be up in the window, untouched. If it's moved or bothered, she replaces it every single time. We ask for a contract, and we ask for a genuine apology, understanding that it's harmful to call the cops on black lives. Is that too much to ask?
No!
I didn't think so, but seem to think that white folks, since they use the cops to harass us, and since the cops is their bodyguard, most white folks in business think that they're supposed to get up and call the cops because you walk in the front door and you're a different color because of their skin color, and this has to stop. How are you scared of us because we are different color? We're scared of you. You cause us so much harm in this country, it's not funny. We're scared of you.
They have the guns.
They have the guns, yes. And the white folks are calling on us in a minute. Well, it's our duty. You know, you get a noise complaint, here come the cops. That's why we got to do what? Defund the police!
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 Defund does not mean abolish, even though they need to. Defund does not mean abolish. Some people didn't learn math in school, so they think that defund means equals abolish. But we're saying redirect those funds. We're saying apply them to services. We're saying help the community that you target and that you push down and that you keep down, that you avoid, that you ignore, that are overlooked constantly. We're saying help that community with those funds. We're saying make a difference and a powerful difference in our community. We are not saying get rid of the police, so stop telling that lie. That is not what we're saying today. Maybe different tomorrow. But if you pause the cars, we're going to see how powerful it is to have a police presence. And that we'll be able to tell or assess for ourselves that the police need to be all in our houses, running up in our cars, snatching people out of the cars and hurting them, killing folks in the street because of the color of their skin, or because they are beneath them, or because they don't like them, or what they said. It's time out for all that. And all we're telling you all today is we need services in our community, jobs in our community. Our children need to work and have money like they did when I was coming up. Every one of us worked the youth jobs. We need that. We need services, things for our kids to do so that us poor moms can involve our kids in things in the community. We live here, we can play here, we can eat here, we can do everything here in this community. We need to change Seaside from being a bedroom community to being a place, a destination, a place to go to, not just a place to pass through. We need services in our community. Better parks. They have invested in parks and not good enough. They're taking away basketball courts and putting up skate parks. But how many know black people don't skate? You ain't gonna find a whole lot. My black kids don't skate. I have 9 kids I raised here, 16 grandkids. They don't do the skate because we're scared they're gonna get hurt. We need things that they can play that's easier on them. My daughter was running for mayor in this city and she asked for soccer fields. Well, our kids do play baseball. They decided to pit us against each other in the place. I mean, our kids do play football, sorry. They decided in Seaside to pit us against each other and take a football place where our kids play, build it up for a soccer place and a baseball place. Well, then you out all the black kids. Some of them play baseball, but baseball is very expensive. Most of them, I tried to get mine in soccer, and most of them couldn't play soccer. We asked for soccer, but we have so many places here to build up, and they could have fixed up for soccer, because we needed soccer in our community. We needed soccer fields. But they're always bouncing on the black community, and it's time to stop. And we don't have pastors coming to our rescue as black people, like they coming to the rescue of this white woman right here. I just want to let you know that I've never seen this happening in my community before. So we are just only saying, you can call it your right if you want to, but you'll see what we can do if you keep calling your right and keep calling the cops. You better learn something different, and if you don't want to sign with us, we're going to sign with you all across the country, and everybody will hear about it, because we're not having it. So we are a force to reckon with, believe it or not. Yes. We are a force to reckon with, believe it or not. Right. And what will we do? What will we do?
Shut it down!
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 Now the preacher is asking us to give her a chance to meet with us. We're going to give her a chance to meet with us.
Third chance.
We're going to give her... This is the
third
this is
chance.
3 strikes, you out.
Third chance.
3 strikes, you out.
There you go.
Third chance. After the third chance, we're not playing. We ain't playing now. We're not playing. You can bring Santa Claus to the meeting if you want to. You can bring Uncle Tom, Uncle Jim. You can bring Bobby. You can bring whoever you want to, but we want you to show up to the meeting. And we have some things to discuss, because it seems like a lot of people don't understand how dangerous it is to call the cops on black people. But today, we say it stops, and it stops now. If we hear about it in our community, we will be to visit you. We will be there to show up, and we will send you letters to ask you about what you're doing, and do you know you're causing harm? Do you know it's violent? Do you know that if you call the cops on black people, nobody gets to hear what happens next? That lady would just walk away, turn her head, and she would not care what that cop did to that black person. So we're saying don't call the cops. Too many times people have lost their lives for petty little stuff because people call the cops. Elijah, walking down the street with his hands up, every right to do that, just like she got a right to call the cops, he had a right to walk the streets with his hands up. Somebody called the cops. The cops killed him. Cops killed him. You got a right to call the cops, but for some petty, non-violent stuff, non-emergency stuff, don't call the cops.
Being black is not a crime.
That's right.
Being black, exactly, is not a crime.
Yes.
So it is very, very important that we have this conversation with this lady. And she's playing us. Once again.
She's not going to show up.
She's playing us.
I thought she was coming out. Did Pastor Greg want to get her or no?
No, they're playing games.
Yeah.
No, did I misunderstand
They're
that?
playing wordplay.
Yes, you very much.
If he was on his way back.
Yeah, there's Dave Pacheco and the 2 pastors, and River was on the side.
They're going to try talking out for us.
Negotiating.
They're going to talk it out. They're going to try to be
River, come over here with us.
They're going to try to act up and stand up for the
River, come up here with
They're
us.
going to speak for us. Where's our property? Where did our
We
stuff
still
go?
need our sign. River, come over here with us. Don't be caught up with them.
They have a conversation over there.
Yes, a private one.
So, Dan Pacheco is here right now.
Yes.
He's been driving around like 3 times.
Yeah, and I'm gonna have to go, but you can keep the stuff, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay, yeah. Don't I have to charge you up or something?
No, because we haven't done that much. Like, it's good for like 10 hours.
Okay, good. Yeah.
So go all night, whatever, as long as somebody got battery. Show it live, because I can't be, I'm sorry.